Hello everyone, welcome to the problem with football, where we look at the game of football through a microscope and find its underlying issues. This is the first video and it starts of an adventure which I'm happy to embark as we go through the crazy and magnificent world of football. Well, the crazy and magnificent world of football didn't seem to resist the quarterfinals of the Champions League because all four quarter-final matchups were filled with thrilling, exhausting and exciting games. Before we look at the quarter-finals of the Champions League, let us remind ourselves of how the round of 16 took place and how the quarter-final matchups became to be and how they were fixed. So in the round of 16, Leipzig was drawn to play Tottenham in a thrilling game more for Leipzig as Jose Mourinho's men were slapped with an aggregate score of 4-0 by Leipzig due to the fact that Spurs had a terrible defensive approach to the game and lacked sustenance to win the game. Liverpool too were in action as Liverpool took Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. But Liverpool suffered a shock defeat to Atletico Madrid in the second leg, and it was an overall victory for Atletico Madrid as they won the Liverpool side at an aggregate score of 4-2, aided by Liverpool's goalkeeper Adrian's poor goalkeeping, Diego Simeone's tight box defending tactics which kept the Premier League champions at bay. Also to give credit where credit is due, the resilience of Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak, Alvaro Morata, Koke and João Felix, which helped Atletico Madrid overcome Liverpool and advance to the quarter-final. Atalanta also were in action in the round of 16. They went on to play Valencia in a thrilling game where Atalanta overcame the former Europa League semi-finalist and won the game at an aggregate score of 4-8. Atalanta, who were the underdogs going into the tournament, clinched the quarter-finals due to their victory over Valencia. But the slapping of Atalanta to Valencia wasn't even the worst in the round of 16 because Chelsea got absolutely bodied by Bayern in their semi-final matchup against Bayern. Coming into this match, Chelsea had a 3-0 aggregate defeat to Bayern in the first leg, and they knew they had to be resilient to clinch the quarter-final position against Bayern, coming into this game under a 3-0 aggregate, so they had to score 4 in order to win. But ultimately, they all knew that going to win this game was going to be tough. Chelsea couldn't even clinch the quarter-finals because all they clinched was the Gulag, because Chelsea were coming into this match with a weak side without the likes of Pulisic, Alonso, Jorginho, Willian, and had no willpower to win against the mighty hands of Bayern Munich, and ultimately lost 7-1 on aggregate to Bayern. PSG were also in action as they played German side Borussia Dortmund in the round of 16, where the French side came back from their first leg defeat to win at Dortmund at an aggregate score of 3-2, ultimately claiming the spot of PSG in the quarter-final. Man City too were in action in the round of 16 when Man City went on to play Spanish champion Real Madrid. Real Madrid came into this game with a poorly situated Madrid defense, which were a victim to Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus. Ultimately, Real Madrid losing at an aggregate score of 4-2 to the former Premier League champions. Juventus too were in action. They went on to play Lyon, where they were hit with another blow by a weaker side like last year with Ajax, because with a controversial game and the leadership of Memphis Depay were able to lead Lyon to the quarter-final stage with an overall win of 2-2 on away goals against the Italian champions. And finally, it was the Messi show at Napoli as Barcelona were able to overcome Napoli and win the match at an aggregate score of 4-2. With the round of 16 completed, it set the stage for the quarter-finals. Lyon were to play Man City, PSG was to play Atalanta, Red Bull were set to play Atletico Madrid, and Bayern was set for an interesting matchup against Barcelona. Starting out of the bat, we go on to look at the quarter-final games. So one of the first games we will look at is PSG versus Atalanta. So at the Estadio da Luz, PSG went on to play Atalanta. Atalanta coming into this game knew that they were the underdogs and had to hold their ground in order to gain a victory against the French champions and in order to ultimately reach the semi-finals. While on the other hand, a lot was riding on PSG to win this match because this is the first time in a long while PSG has actually been in the quarterfinals. At the early moments of the game, you could see that Atalanta had long spells of possession and began to press the PSG defense. They were even able to grab a save from Keylor Navas in the early 3 minutes of the game because of their constant pressure of the PSG defense. A lovely strike by Alejandro Gomez gave Atalanta a shot on target against Keylor Navas, and this showed that Atalanta meant war and they weren't going to sit back and let PSG bully them. But PSG weren't dominant in the game because PSG also came to present their dominance in the game, so they weren't dormant too, because in the early minutes of the game, PSG also had early misses by Neymar and also largely the PSG forwards in the first half. But in the 26th minute, Atalanta proved their worth as an amazing goal by Mario Pulisic in the 26th minute was able to go past Keylor Navas and give Atalanta the 1-0 lead. The goal was a result of PSG lack of coordination and rebuttal in the first half, and due to that, they were behind, giving Atalanta the 1-0 goal against them. And after the goal, PSG too were largely coming with counter-attacks too in the first half, but the counter-attacks lacked sustenance because even though Atalanta had the lead, Atalanta weren't attacking. PSG were the ones attacking, but the attacking wasn't really good either. And that was a wrap for the first half. Atalanta had 1-0 lead against PSG, and PSG knew that second half they had to come better and they had to come stronger. The second half came and it was largely similar to the first half. Both sides were unchanged and it was all to play for. The second half was basically similar to the first half as Atalanta was doing most of the defending and PSG was doing most of the counter-attacking, leading different multiple counter-attacks that found nothing but the goal. PSG kept coming at Atalanta at every opportunity, but the attacking play wasn't organized enough to be worthy of a goal. And this was largely the story of the second half. PSG was attacking but wasn't able to find a goal. But towards the end, PSG, with the addition of Mbappe and Paredes, looked likely to grab an equalizer because now then the counter-attacks became more advanced and more plausible for a goal to happen. And that's exactly what happened, because while Atalanta thought they would run away with the win, out of nowhere, Brazilian defender and also PSG defender Marquinhos, the defender, was able to come on and grab an equalizer to see PSG come back into the game. And to see a goal coming from a PSG defender shows you how much PSG committed bodies at the front to win the game. And then Tuchel brought on the man, now dubbed the greatest player on the planet, the main man, Choupo-Moting. Because if Choupo-Moting can do it on a rainy night in Stoke, he can surely do it in the quarter final. And that answer was yes, because a back-to-back goal from Choupo-Moting helped PSG to grab the winning goal and helped them to progress in the tournament. So overall, PSG ended the game with a win of 2-1 to Atalanta. Overall, condolences to Atalanta. I think Atalanta has been excellent in this tournament, and to go far is a huge achievement. But overall, it was PSG for the taking. In this match, it showed a lot of different things. It showed that PSG has talent in the attacking end because they have spent a lot of money on the attack. But what PSG lacked in this match was they lacked coordination and organization in this counter-attack. Because yes, PSG beat Atalanta 2-1, but easily they could have won this match at 5-1 if they had organized counter-attacks and they were able to find more spaces with Atalanta, and I felt they could have done that, but they weren't really organized enough. On the other end, Atalanta too weren't too bad in this game because coming into the quarter-final wasn't by laziness. Atalanta had to work hard, they had a good work ethic and brilliant gameplay. What I just thought Atalanta missed in this game is that Atalanta really needs to go into the transfer window and get attacking players because they are an amazing side, they play very good football, but what they lack is players that can create attacking football for them, players that can create successful counter-attacking football against the likes of bigger clubs. And if they can go into the transfer window and gain players that will help them to do that, my word, Atalanta will be a different team next year. Another match that also took place in the quarter-final was Red Bull versus Atletico Madrid. The match was majorly expected to be kind of boring because you have Diego Simeone's box-to-box defending, and watching a team playing against a team known for its tactics to be box-to-box defending is kind of boring because the team does most defend the most of the time. So Diego Simeone was coming into this match with his box-to-box defending, and also you had the resilience and pace of Red Bull Leipzig. So this clashed towards each other. In the first half of Red Bull versus PSG, it was largely deadlocked between both sides because Leipzig tried forcing attacks out of attacks in the first half, and Atletico Madrid also played their through ball attacks and tried to find spaces against Leipzig. But pretty much the first half was boring because there was nothing much to mention because it was chances but not substance. In the second half, after a largely Red Bull counter-attack against Atletico Madrid, they were able to get the first goal in the game through Dani Olmo, who broke the deadlock in the 50th minute, putting Red Bull 1-0 ahead of Atletico Madrid and giving them a foot forward in the semi-final. But that lead was cut off as a foul on João Felix in the penalty box when he was through on goal gave Atletico Madrid a penalty and overall brought Atletico Madrid back into the game. And overall, after Atletico Madrid and Red Bull were both level 1-1, it was now all for the taking. Who can actually win this game to the end and which team is going to get the semi-final position? Yes, there was switch of play for both sides. Sometimes Atletico Madrid was attacking, Red Bull was attacking sometimes. But finally, the American Tyler Adams in the 88th minute scored the goal, which confirmed that Red Bull were the team going into the semi-finals, and overall, Red Bull were the team that won the game. Overall in the match, I don't have really much to say in this match because I think both teams were good. Atletico Madrid didn't really do anything poor because they did their job to defend tightly, and I think majorly that's why the game was so tight because both teams were of good quality and there wasn't any team that was lesser than the other, so it was more of a balanced matchup against both of them. Finally, congratulations to Red Bull Leipzig because they were the underdogs in this tournament with the fact that Timo Werner has gone to Chelsea and they had to find a way to the semi-final without their main striker. And yeah, congratulations to Red Bull and condolences to Atletico Madrid. Hope they come back next year and the year after because we all know Atletico Madrid is never going to ever reach the final. Now the big one was upon us. It was Man City versus Lyon. Lyon was coming into this match as the underdogs and many thought that the tactical mastermind of Pep Guardiola would take City to the semi-final. And yes, because obviously looking at City and looking at Lyon, the major population will look at City as the better team. The game started with what many of us expected. Man City led long spells of counter-attacking strength and possession against Lyon. But what was most surprising was that Lyon didn't let City have too much comfort, because yes, Man City are known for pressing and not giving their opponents space to have the ball, but Lyon did let themselves back down because they too had their fair share of possession and even gave Ederson something to save. Lyon also had constant counter pressure on Man City and kept pushing Man City in the first half. And finally, with the counter-attacking football by Lyon, they were able to break the deadlock against Man City. And from a rebound, the main man, Maxwell Cornet, was able to strike a lovely goal into the post past Ederson and give Lyon the 1-0 lead. And from there, Lyon basically rose up, because while City was trying to get back into the game, they were basically puppets to Lyon, because Lyon kept having long spells of possession, good chances against City, and City were back trying to catch up. And overall, that was a wrap for the first half. Lyon was going into the second half with a 1-0 lead against Man City, and Man City knew that they had to bring the Pep Guardiola mastermind and push Lyon out of that semi-finals if they want to clinch it. The second half came on, and Lyon was much confident now, because with the 1-0 lead against Man City, they knew they really had a chance to win the game, and that's what they did. It was much evident in the match. They played through balls against Man City, found themselves in good positions to score. In fact, they had a lot of chances in the second half to grab the game. But Man City didn't really lie down, because with much determination from Man City and a lovely pass by Raheem Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne was able to smash the ball past the Lyon goalkeeper Lopez, and it was game on. Man City and Lyon were level after an amazing goal by Kevin De Bruyne, and City were ready to finish this tie and ready to finish with a win. City coming back into this game, Rudy Garcia, the Lyon boss, knew he had a lot to do, and he had to change a lot in the Lyon team if he wanted his team to win. And that's exactly what he did. He brought up Memphis Depay for Moussa Dembele, and Agent Dembele was ready to take the smile off the City players and bring the smile to Lyon and help them win the match. And that's exactly what he did. Dembele came into this match with a lovely counter-attack by Lyon, which reaped benefit, and he was able to score a goal, setting Lyon 2-1 ahead of Manchester City. But you will think the greatest English player in the world, Raheem Sterling, with an absolute chance to give City a goal and come back into this game. Ball pass to Raheem Sterling, ready to score. Yeah, he missed it. I mean, Raheem Sterling honestly missed from there. 2020 is a joke. I mean, it's an honest joke right now. Yes, Harry Kane was right not to square the ball to Raheem Sterling. Man stinking into the future. Well, 8 minutes later, Dembele wasn't done smashing Man City, because he was able to grab another goal, ultimately claiming Lyon's place in the semi-final and showing why Pep Guardiola is a massive fraud. What hurts the most is that Sergio Aguero now has to stay at Man City till he dies, because he wrote in the paper that, he said in the past that he's going to stay at Man City till they win the Champions League. Good luck, Sergio Aguero, because Man City is never going to win the Champions League. Sorry to break your hearts. But it's no surprise why Man City won't win the Champions League, because in the past, Yaya Touré's agent Dimitri Seluk predicted an African curse on Guardiola and said that Guardiola will never win the Champions League with Man City over his treatment of Yaya Toure. So, guess Guardiola has to apologize to Yaya Toure if he ever wants to win the Champions League. But overall, curse or not curse, the main reason why Man City were absolute poor in this game was a lack of defending. And I know it's a cliche thing to say that, yeah, mate, the club was terrible at defending. But it's evident that City has a huge problem in defense. And we've seen it in games against Chelsea and Norwich. Yes, I've seen in the transfer window that Man City also has been linked with high-profile defenders such as Koulibaly and others. And I think getting those defenders ASAP will be an amazing deal for Man City, because if they want to go to next season with the likes of John Stones, Laporte and Nicolas Otamendi, yeah, City are done for. On the other hand, let's not take credit away from Lyon. Lyon were absolutely amazing in that match. Even after being the underdogs, they were able to come into this match and show why they were the better team, and that's why they reached far in this competition. But it didn't really help that Kylian Mbappe tweeted Lyon Farmers League with a laughing emoji. It begs to say, maybe the English League is the Farmers League. I mean, none of us could actually reach the stage. It's the French and German clubs that are here. I think we're the Farmers League from now on. Finally, it was the madness. It was the big game. It was Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. If you think of this game, you think of the greats that have played for both sides. The likes of Robben, the likes of Ribery, the likes of Xabi, the likes of Kahn. And they have been magnificent scorelines when the likes of Barcelona and Bayern play each other. But not as crazy as this. Yes, you heard it. Bayern versus Barcelona was a massive slapping of Barcelona by Bayern. I mean, Bayern Munich basically slapped Barcelona 8-2 and left the stadium. That's a murder offense, because the fact you went and slapped Barcelona 8-2 and left without being arrested, it's a criminal offense. You basically murdered the whole Barcelona team. They can't leave anymore. Some of them can't even go outside in broad daylight because of the massive humiliation, the massive criminal offense, the massive harassment they have been under Bayern. I mean, I'm not even going to look at this game or analyze the game because it was 8 too many. Alright, yeah, that's too much. Well, overall, Bayern were the better side. I mean, they basically had Barcelona in their pocket. Can't wait till Alphonso Davies reaches his home and clears his pockets. Alphonso Davies finds his car keys, wallet, and just Lionel Messi in his pocket. I mean, look at the heat map of Barcelona in this match. There's nothing to explain. To make things worse, Bayern went to even shithouse on Barcelona after the game with this massive human version of it. It's sad. It's really, really sad what Barcelona has become. From becoming one of the greatest clubs in the world to this. To make it even worse, Philippe Coutinho, the Liverpool reject, even went on to score against a club he's loaned to. That is even shithouse enough. Overall, this game underlines something about Barcelona, which I'll speak about in a football future video. Many see Barcelona as the greatest clubs in the world, but what has been happening to Barcelona in the last 5 years is that the club has been crumbling. They have been under poor management, players has been aging, their signings they have signed hasn't been too pretty for a club of the caliber as Barcelona. Considering how Griezmann has performed this season, there was so much hype to him, but he hasn't delivered. And basically, Barcelona hasn't lived through the hype they have had before. Bayern, on the other hand, are a massive powerhouse, and it will take a team with a lot of guts and character to beat them right now. Overall, those were my view of the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and as of when this video is coming out, I know the finals is PSG versus Bayern, and because PSG beat Red Bull 3-0 and Bayern beat Lyon 3-0, so we know the final already. It's PSG playing Bayern, and ultimately I'm betting my money on PSG to win it. I know many will slander me and be like, yeah, Bayern is going to win, of course. I mean, they slapped Tottenham, Chelsea, even Barcelona this season. I think PSG, as I said before, do has the talent of attacking football. I just think it's a matter of organizing the attackers to play, just organizing their attacking game. Because if they bought amazing attack in their team and they can't organize them, they won't find success. But I think Tuchel can organize the attackers and take this game away from Bayern. So I see PSG winning this game against Bayern and winning the Champions League. And yeah, that's that. If you're going to like the video, subscribe, like, share, and comment what you thought on the quarterfinal, semi-final, and who you think will ultimately win the Champions League. And comment what future videos you want to see on the problem with football. And we out.